Alright, I believe we are live. What's up, guys? Penguin Overlord here, and welcome back to, well, actually, we're not in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. We're streaming Ubisoft Forward. Just making sure real quick that everything is good to go, and it appears to be good to go. So, yeah, Ubisoft Forward, it's today. They're going to be releasing sharing off a bunch of info for Ubisoft games, including Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So right now, they kind of started already. They're just playing Trackmania. I think in about half an hour, they're going to start with the previews for game content that's already out. So like stuff like Breakpoint, Division 2, etc. And then in about an hour from now, they'll release info about the new game. So they're just kind of messing around with this Trackmania game, which I don't even know what this is. Hopefully I can see the chat here. If not, I'll just have to read it off my phone because I'm not seeing anything right now. If you're not commenting, it's fine. Just making sure everything is working right on my end, which it should be. That was not what I wanted to click. Oh, can we not? Okay, so I'm not seeing chat on my computer screen because I don't know, it's just being weird. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's just not working, but I can see it on your phone. So what's up, guys? Yeah, now mate, Puppy Gangster, doing okay. I'm on vacation now officially, so that's cool. Yeah, really been looking forward to being on vacation because I've just needed it. And also I have lunch with me, some French bread pizzas, so don't mind me if I take a bite to eat every now and then. So it probably needs to cool down a bit. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. I'm hoping that we get more Breakpoint info than just the AI teammates, because I think they implied that the second live event for Breakpoint would be coming out with the same update as the AI teammates. So hopefully we'll be getting some new content to play with besides the gunsmith updates and AI teammates. I've got more comments. You getting Watchdogs Legion? Because I am. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I've never played the Watchdog games. I got number 1 for free. I'm trying to get the second one for free. The store's having an issue right now. But yeah, I actually have a bunch of Ubisoft games that I've never played. I've got Black Flag and Unity. I got a lot of these games for free whenever they ran a promotion. Like these Assassin's Creed games I got for free. For Honor I got for free. This one I paid for. Wildlands. Actually, at Wildlands I got for free because with the promotion with my gaming laptop. Siege I paid for when it was on sale. Division I paid for. Division 2 I got on sale when it was for $3. And Watchdogs was free. World in Conflict was for free. Let's see. Do you have any tips for Breakpoint? I'm not really that good at it. So, let's see. How do I... Okay, so basically, you're going to want to be as stealthy as possible, so I definitely recommend the use of suppressed weapons. When you shoot people, try to take them out when they're in isolated groups, so, like, don't just go running in guns blazing or just trying to take out a large group of people stealthily. Just try to pick people off, like, around the edges of the base or whatever. And that way it's going to be much easier when you do eventually get discovered. And, yeah, the fight will be much more manageable. If you're really having trouble, Assault is a good class because you have an extra health bar. So you've got a little bit more health. And you have the True Grit ability, which basically reduces your recoil by a lot and makes you more resistant to damage while it's still active. So if you're having trouble, definitely go with the Assault class. Yeah, if you got any other specific questions, let me know. What do you think? After the event, are they going to launch the update to everyone? No, the update is coming the 15th, so a few days from now. What do you think was better, Wildlands or Breakpoint? I mean, I guess it depends on what aspect you're looking at, because both games, I think, do things better in certain areas. Like, Wildlands' story overall, I think, was better. Because, honestly, Breakpoint's story was a little bit disappointing and a bit underwhelming. So, just going to drink something real quick. But as far as the gameplay loop, I think Breakpoint's a little bit better because it's more challenging for me, and there's less ways that you can like cheese the missions. Like in Wildlands, there's famously one mission where you need to assassinate a guy and the mission's over, and you can just fly the explosive drone and blow him up. Well, I do miss some of the tools in Wildlands, with them not being available in Breakpoint. It does make for a more challenging experience, which I appreciate. And especially with immersive mode now, because immersive mode really makes the game more challenging, and it gets rid of the loot grind, which is something that I kind of got old after a while. Although the drones are a bit, like the flying drones are a bit annoying. I don't necessarily mind their presence, like I'm not anti-drone, it's just they're annoying to fight, like the flying ones, because they fly around and it's hard to hit. Yeah, no problem, puppy. Let me know if you have any other questions, about that. Let's see, what other aspects? The Wildlands gunsmith system overall is better, even though there are new attachments in Breakpoint that I like, such as the Maul DA and the upcoming, TC-16 scope, which is the 1-to-6 variable power scope. But overall, Wildlands, I think, had a better gunsmith system, and they're working on it. They're going to... they're going over the schedule now, so I should probably start focusing on this. But yeah, you can see the schedule there. If not, you can just go wind back the live stream and look at that. But yeah, in about 23 minutes, we will have we'll get started with all the other game updates, so that'll be neat. I can't claim the codes that come up on screen. Yeah, it's probably a like a one person per use code, so people are just snagging it up quickly. I'm not even bothering. One sec, I'm gonna switch to low. Oh wow, my power is low on my phone because my phone is several years old, and that's not what I wanted to do. My phone is several years old, and the battery is kind of shot. It's an iPhone, so yeah, go figure. Actually, I'm gonna get my charging cable. Yeah, I'm gonna get my charging cable so I can charge my phone. And yeah, let me just move this over here. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. Let me know if the audio is working. So, because sometimes there's a bit of an issue when I turn the mic off. Stop being bad, and that's another thing. The charger is kind of sucky on this iPhone. I should probably get the one for my car, which is a little bit better. There we go. That's better. Did you beat Breakpoint or no? Yeah, I beat it like the first week it came out because I took off from work. When they came out, I took like the whole week off, so I beat it in like a couple of days, I think. I'm trying to remember actually when I beat it. So it came out on a Tuesday. I think I finished it by Friday, and I was streaming it too. I streamed it. I did like several streams throughout the day. Like I do like a several hour one in the morning, then break for lunch, then one in the afternoon, then break for dinner, and then sometimes I do one in the evening. Some days I was just too tired to do it. Like I actually, when Breakpoint came out, I just waited up till midnight to start playing because I figured, why not? So yeah, it's good. Okay, cool, excellent. Because sometimes there are technical issues and it's annoying. I'm going to take another bite of my pizza. Should have had this before lunch. before now, but whatever. I kind of got up late today, so whatever. See what they're talking about.
And the simple editor is like a best of blocks, so the blocks you need to do like a simple track.
Yeah, so they're talking about Tracks Mania.
I recommend to start.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Track Mania. There we go.
To the advanced editor and make crazy stuff like.
All right, I'm gonna
doing right now.
Nice.
Bump up the
now,
volume
is that
and
advanced
shut it
editor
off.
Pretty akin.
There we go. And then when they start revealing the promos, I'll put the volume back on. What are they going to talk about in Breakpoint? Well, the AI teammates is the big thing that they've revealed so far that they're going to talk about. So I assume I think we're going to get a demonstration of how they work. And of course, that probably that little trailer that was played earlier will show up again, but like a few days back. But yeah, definitely an AI teammates preview, and we don't know if they're going to show off anything else. They might, although given that there's not a lot of time in the stream because they have like half an hour and they have to cover multiple games, so I'm not expecting too much. I do hope that we get a preview for the second live event, and I hope it's coming out this 15th, a few days from now. We'll see. Obviously, I don't have any inside info about that, but I'm hoping that we'll get the live event as well, so that way we can have new content to play, which would be nice. Would be nice to not have to wait a few more months until episode 3 of Transcendence comes out. Yeah, AI teammates. My butt is ripe and ready for the Breakpoint letdown, dude. Yeah, I don't blame you. I really don't. Like, I mean, I try to keep my expectations fairly low because I remember when I kept my expectations high for Wildlands and that let me down. So we'll see. We'll get what we'll get, but I don't think. I think we're gonna have to wait until the next Ghost Recon game, whenever that will be, before we get any serious changes that people will really want, like a better gunsmith system. Like I don't think we're gonna get a gunsmith 2.0. I think it's just gonna be evolutions of the previous system. They're just gonna add little things in here and there that people want, but. I mean, I'm not expecting something like Modern Warfare's gunsmith system to come out anytime soon for Breakpoint. If it does happen, it will probably happen in the next game, which who knows when that will be. Because I think Ubisoft kind of learned their lesson about releasing a game a little too early, which I think Breakpoint needed at least 1 year, probably 2 more to fully polish and get right. But we'll see. I don't expect a Ghost Recon game to come out in a while, which means I am going to have to experiment with new content once the Breakpoint stuff slows down, or maybe even before then. But definitely when Breakpoint stops adding new content, there'll be no point for me to keep covering the game. If it goes to something like Wildlands, where they stop making new content and there's no Ghost Recon game coming out anytime soon, I'm gonna have to play other games to make content for. So yeah, they're starting it in 16 minutes. Well, the full Ubisoft show, we're gonna show off the new games, is starting in 46 minutes, but the previews for Breakpoint and other games like Division 2 are gonna be coming out in about 16 minutes. Well, I have 3 cents AD. Okay. You're in Australia. Okay. Cents and flavors, lol. Take another bite of pizza. It's 4:15 for you. AM. Ouch. Hope you have vacation or you're on summer break or whatever. Yeah. I would not be staying up till 4:15 for this if I had work tomorrow. In the morning. Yeah, that just wouldn't be happening. Alright. Let's see what else we got in the chat. How do you get good loot in Breakpoint? Stop buzzing, stupid phone. So basically, you start getting better loot if you're playing the tiered loot version of Breakpoint as you climb in gear score. I think you start getting the elite tier, which is the highest amount of gear in like around gear score 100, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've actually played through the gear score system and leveled up, but I think it's around gear score 100 where you start getting legendary stuff. Behemoth drones generally drop blue and purple gear. They never drop elite. That's the yellow tier. Why am I drinking chocolate milk? Because I'm 5 and I have to eat pizza and drink chocolate milk. But yeah, behemoths can give you some good gear. They drop weapons and regular gear, so that's one good place to get it. The legendary gear doesn't become as common until you start getting up higher in the gear score, though. So honestly, it doesn't make that huge of a difference until your blueprints start dropping elite gear, because then you can roll for a specific stat that you want. So honestly, I don't worry about it too much. I just make sure my gear score is at the same level, because that seems to matter more. If your gear score is too low and the enemies is higher than yours, then you're not going to have a good time. Thanks for the shout, Rise. I got my food. Delivery dude and me just... Nice. Dude, if I spell stuff wrong, it's case I'm tired, law. Voss is coming, baby. Valhalla is trash. I mean, I haven't played much of the Assassin's Creed games. I know kind of the basic storyline for it, but it is a little weird how they're going into, like, different, I guess, cultures and stuff like that. I mean, when I think Assassin's Creed, I think people running around rooftops in, like, Jerusalem and Italy and jumping out of the air and stabbing people with the hidden knife. So, I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird direction, I guess. But I guess they're trying to change things up and make things a little bit more fresh. But, yeah. I actually do have Assassin's Creed 2. It's on my Steam account. I got it when my gaming laptop was a MacBook Pro 2011, and this was around 2015 when I still had that. So it was one of the games I got on this board. I played through a little bit of it, but not much. I could probably do that again sometime, but yeah. That MacBook, I laugh because it died badly. Like, yeah, I had gotten an aftermarket battery for it, and we are talking about stuff.
We'll be taking a look at AI teammates in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, getting updates for the crew too, hearing from Trials Rising about a special new track for fans who like long rides, and a bunch more. Then at noon Pacific time, it's the main event, Ubisoft Forward, with Watchdogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and more from Ubisoft's upcoming lineup of games. Stick around immediately following the show for a deeper look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and for now, it's back to the track. Joining me now...
Okay, so yeah, 11 minutes, roughly, until we start getting the new stuff. So at that point, I'll shut up and we'll watch it together and we'll talk about it. And yeah. What do we got here? Assassin's Creed is on the trend of the 9-game repetitiveness. Now we are 3 games in. Scotland Forever, bagpipes play really loud. Assassin's Creed 2 is a masterpiece. How did you get... Oh, hey, the other Penguin Overlord's here. What's up? Doing alright? Hey, how did you get your username? My username, Penguin Overlord. So that's actually an interesting story. So back... God, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember when exactly it was. I think it was like when I was a young teenager. I was signing up for a forum, like, Stargate mod for Half-Life 2 or Gary's mod or one of those games. And it was like for the first like online thing I signed up for ever. So I was trying to come up with a username, something related with penguins, like a penguin ruler or something like that. So I asked my brother for some help, and he suggested Penguin Overlord, and that's kind of been my username ever since. Although for Ubisoft, I did have to modify it to Penguin Operator because Penguin Overlord was already taken in Uplay. So I obviously couldn't stick with that. And of course, on my Reddit account, I'm Penguin Operator there. But yeah, that's how I got the Penguin Overlord username. It was my brother's idea, and I've kind of run with it since. As far as the avatar that I use, it's Tux the Penguin mixed with Anubis from Stargate SG-1. It's like there's this one scene where he's in... there's this one particular scene, and basically his face is kind of just black with some occasional swirls of light. And I just photoshopped, with my dad's help, Tux the Penguin's face on it. So that's the story. 18% left on my phone. Yikes. Yeah, better charge it. Breakpoint is so bad it is a pre-show. Well, I mean, to be fair, it is an older game. The same goes with the Division 2. It's a game that already came out, so it shouldn't get as much attention as newer games coming out like Watchdogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, etc. And that new Battle Royale game, Hyperscape, I watched, I think, A-Squad's video on it, so yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Yes, Stargate. Yes, someone understands. God, I miss Stargate so much. I really do. Love that show when I was a kid. Love that show. That we need Stargate back. We really do. Like, God, so good. Breakpoint or Wild... Make that 17. What do you think? The live event, we've talked about it. It's in 8 minutes now for the pre-show, and then roughly half an hour after, and then in about half an hour and 8 minutes, 38 minutes. Weird way to say it. Then we'll get to the main show, so don't worry. 2021 Game of the Year, Far Cry 6. Oh yeah, that's another game coming out, Far Cry 6. We'll talk about that because there's something I do want to talk about. I mentioned it on my Twitter account, which if you're not following it, I usually leave it in the link in the description of my video. So I'm on Twitter if you'd like to go up there and see my musings occasionally on stuff. Try to keep it gaming related. I don't like go into politics or anything like that because honestly, I game to get away from that sort of thing. A-Squad talks... Okay. Hold on. Let me go back. Breakpoint or Wildlands? I've played Wildlands so much. I have like over 700 hours in that game, so I literally can't go back. Maybe one day I will, just to play through it one more time or two. But I've played Wildlands so much I really can't go back at this point because I've played the game over and over again. Maybe one day I will, but it's going to depend. If you really, really hate drones and you're looking for, like, a more authentic, I guess, Well, actually, no, that's not necessarily the case. If you're looking for a better story, one that you can really get yourself immersed in and you don't like the drones, then Wildlands is going to be the game for you. I kind of like Breakpoint's gameplay loop better because you can adjust how much health you regenerate with the immersive mode, so that's obviously a good thing, and that makes it more challenging. So I don't know. I think Breakpoint is a more hardcore experience compared to Wildlands because you just have auto regenerating health. You can basically just sit somewhere and wait for your health to come back out and just kind of cheese it. And plus, you have so much help in the game with rebels. Like, the rebels really make the game experience much easier. That's why they're a huge cornerstone in my various gameplay guides from Wildlands, whether that's Predator, Operation Watchman, and Silent Spade, because the rebels can really make your life a lot easier once they're all upgraded. And with Breakpoint, you kind of just have to rely on yourself, which I appreciate a bit more. Of Of course, they would like to have the outcasts help out sometimes a little bit in the game, but, I don't know. What do we got here? Breaktack was the best. Hammond of Texas was the best. Oh my god. Rest in peace, Don Davis. Man, that was sad. That really was. Yeah. Yeah, more authentic game's gonna be the first one. I need to get that. I need to get that and play it just to see what all the hype is about. Because I've never played the first Ghost Recon game. Wildlands was my first Ghost Recon game. Then I played a bit of Future Soldier, haven't finished that, and then Breakpoint. And its expansions on Steam. Yeah, definitely get it on Steam. Do not get it on Uplay because the expansions aren't available on Uplay. They are available on Steam. Future Soldier if one a more modern Ghost Recon. Yeah. Yeah, I missed having red dots on handguns because in Future Soldier they had red dots on handguns, and that's something they didn't bring back in Wildlands or in Future Soldier. Like I think that P45T, I think that's called in the game, had a Trijicon RMR, which is a type of red dot optic, and yeah, it would be nice to see that again in Breakpoint. I would really love it. Take another bite of pizza. Wildlands beats Breakpoint hands down. I don't necessarily blame you. That's a popular opinion. Yeah, I can see why. Especially after... I mean, Wildlands' story wasn't that great either, but at least it had a proper ending. And I think the characters overall were better in that game. Far Cry 3 is best Ubisoft game. I have it. I've watched it on YouTube, obviously through like gameplay videos and stuff, but I've never actually played the game myself. But yeah, Voss is like the best Ubisoft villain like ever. Like that was a really good character. So let me go check the store and see. Oh, it's still currently unavailable. Probably because everyone's trying to log in and get stuff such as Watchdogs 2, which is for free after Trackmania is over. So, oh, hello. I'm live streaming. Hi, bye. That was my brother. He just came in from work. He works at the post office. Gotta go. Love the stream. Keep up the great content too. I will. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Take care, dude. Another bite of pizza. Alright, so we got less than 2 minutes, so I am going to turn the sound back on. And, yeah, we'll get started and see what special content Ubisoft has to offer for their existing games. So let's check it out.
But I don't like to use it. I just let people call it as they want. I'm calling it a different way in French, obviously.
Oh, sure, of course, yeah.
Basically, everyone can name the road as they want, and there's many ways to say it, like select the road we are seeing right now.
The language of racing.
Yeah.
It takes many forms.
Yeah.
All right, so we're watching the competition play out here. Once people, Trackmania is out now, free to download and play.
Yeah.
What would you recommend?
AI is going to be. I think it's going to be part of the new live event. Obviously, it's coming the 15th. We know that.
Right out of the gate. What's the best way to get that started?
Why is the store disabled? It's probably flooded with people trying to log in and get deals on games and get Watchdogs 2 for free. Yes, I'm not expecting a full game overhaul with Breakpoint anything. Like, Ghost Experience was pretty much their overhaul.
You'll be able to beat people that you wouldn't even think about on the early state of the week.
I would really love a new Splinter Cell. I need to get Chaos Theory and play that.
because you know a lot about.
All right, we're starting in a few seconds, so yeah, I'm gonna shut up now and yeah, let's see what we got.
Always the one who I see a few places ahead of me, like you're chasing them. Yeah. You wanna track them down. Now this is our last race. Is that right?
Yeah, last round, and Shorty is second, so I have quite some pressure, to be quite honest.
The pressure is on. They're coming around these not quite slalom, but he's in there. Oh, yeah. Yep, coming up around this big, it's like S turn.
He's still first. I believe in him.
He can feel the positive vibes coming from you.
You can see the slow motion vlog there. Just quite fun also to watch. And he's finishing first. Great.
There he goes.
There we go. Now I'll show us some new stuff.
It looks like Omar backed the right racer. Shorty coming in with a victory. And Omar, thank you so much for talking about competitive Trackmania. Anything else you want to mention before we wrap it up?
Well, obviously, thank you for having me, and thanks to the players for playing this competition. Thanks to all the closed alpha players we had, because they help us truly to make this game better, and we're pretty happy with the Trackmania we have right now. So yeah, just play Trackmania, it's free, and have fun on it. I'm pretty sure you'll have, and yeah, that's it.
All right, Omar, thank you so much. Trackmania, folks, it's out now on Epic Games Store and Uplay. Go ahead and download it. Get in there and get racing. Now, our time with Trackmania is coming to a close, and it's on to the next show. Ubisoft Forward pre-show is starting momentarily. We're going to take a look at Ghost Recon Breakpoint, The Crew 2, Trials Rising, new stuff coming from all these games. You're not going to want to miss it. And then when the countdown timer hits 0, it's Ubisoft Forward, the big showcase of the latest and greatest upcoming games from Ubisoft, followed by an in-depth look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We got a lot more in store for you, so let's go ahead and throw it over to Kat.
Let's do it. Take it away, Kat.
Thank you, Chris, and hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ubisoft Forward pre-show. The main event will be starting in just 30 minutes and will feature news from our unreleased games, including Watchdogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Hyperscape, and more.
Now to warm up, we have 30 minutes of this from the games you're already playing, like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Trials Rising, and The Crew 2, as well as some exclusive behind the scenes so you can get to know us a little better. So let's kickstart this pre-show with an update from Just Dance 2020.
Oh, damn it. That is not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I just wanted to adjust the volume a bit so I could talk.
If you're a Just Dance fan and want to win some cool swag, head over to the Just Dance website for all the details.
Yeah, apparently it is.
This segment,
They've got a Just Dance.
A little different than what we usually do. A few years ago, Ubisoft created the Ubisoft Entrepreneurs Lab and the Open Innovation Accelerator. This allowed us to create partnerships and synergies with indie studios from across the world.
There's so much stuff that's happened since the last Splinter Cell game came out.
Several indie projects and teams that Ubisoft has been collaborating with over the past few years.
Our first indie showcase is developer Machine and Mensch, who is working on the Curious Expedition 2. Let's hear more from the team behind the game.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, come on.
My name is Masha, and I'm a game designer at Machine
Hello,
Mensch.
Masha.
Machine Mensch is a small
I have no idea who you are, but hi.
With 8 wonderful employees based here in Berlin. Our connection with Ubisoft came through a program dedicated to create ever-growing relationships with independent developers, to talk about and share expertise and knowledge. We work together in mutual respect, which we much appreciated.
We're working on the Curious Expedition 2, which is the sequel to our expedition simulation game. This time, the game is set in Paris in 1899 during the World Expo when the Eiffel Tower was built. But more importantly, you will
come out, don't worry. They will show the info. We've got 25 more minutes.
Find many secrets.
So
Thanks to our procedure technology, every time you play, it's a new world, new characters, and a new storyline that you shape with each of your interactions until it becomes really your own unique adventure.
store's still down.
And we will have more indie guests coming up later in the pre-show, so stick around. Now, a while ago, Ubisoft released its very first live-action TV show on Apple TV+, and it's a comedy about making video games called Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet.
Cool,
And
I
to keep the show
don't really
authentic,
care.
Ubisoft's Redstone Studio went above and beyond by creating a playable sandbox for the game that is actually featured in the show. So now let's head behind the scenes for an exclusive look.
This is the home of Clancy.
Okay. It's very Clancy-esque.
Yes.
I get it.
Oh, hey,
All
it's
right,
Red
now I'm
Storm.
starting to understand.
Right.
I too keep all my awards at the front of my office.
Make Ghost Recon
Entirely
great
empty.
again. Give it to Red Storm. Entertainment.
So Mythic Quest is Ubisoft's first live-action comedy. The whole show is about a team that is developing a super successful MMORPG, and it's about all the people within the game development team and their relationships and what they go through in creating one of the world's most successful games.
All right. Incredible.
Thank you.
But are we sure that we're finished?
When we heard about what was going on, we weren't really
we
sure
got
if we
here?
were a great fit because we've always made shooters realistic.
Yeah, I definitely need to play
and we
the,
listened to the pitch and we were
Watchdog
super
games.
excited about the idea. So we thought, all right,
Actually,
what does Ubisoft have that we
let me
could channel
try
to fit this?
You're fucking me.
Yes.
You're fucking me.
But I'm not.
Hey,
enjoying
come
it.
on.
It's for the
I
game.
don't want to get demonetized.
I think we imagined we would just make videos.
Stop
that
cursing
were
on my
screens
chat.
in the background or something.
Oh, well.
So it would feel like a real game studio.
It's not going to
Once
be a
we
big
saw the
deal if
script,
this
once we started
stream
collaborating
gets
with the team,
demonetized.
we realized, oh, they want a game, like an actual game. Of course, making an actual game would take years, so we started selecting the pieces that they really needed for certain scenes. And from there, it was not long before we said, what if we make this actually playable? What if we make it so you can connect a controller and control the characters? And so that's what we ended up doing.
The thing that I love most is the shovel. Exploding people's heads with this thing is straight fire. Punch, man.
What the heck?
We had requests to do things like make a contagious viral disease in which people bleed out of their eyeballs first.
Will people watch
then
the
they bleed out of
show?
their anus,
I think
and they
people will.
vomit and bleed out
I
their
mean, there's
anus
a lot
at
of
the same
people
time.
looking forward to the new games like Far Cry 6 and stuff like that.
We set it up in such a way that you could trigger it
Oh,
in stages.
it is
because
not
we didn't know what
working.
the timing was going to be. The idea
Nope,
here is we
nope,
can hit it and
crap.
con-
I
control
forgot.
the timing of
I
what
forgot my
happens.
email is my
So
actual name, and I
the
don't
time
want
you hit it, you
to
shoot that blood.
release that
At this
on
point, you
stream.
would probably
So
have the camera
whatever.
start panning back like this.
Oops.
And then you can hit the button again, and you see the blood ocean.
So I kinda doxed myself
so
a
now
bit.
they're all bleeding out of the back end as well. And then the final is just everybody exploding in bloody gore. And then this was Keith's idea. He wanted the skulls coming up and bobbing up and down in the water. So.
Oops.
David, can we actually make this quick? I've got a lot of work to do stripping Blood Ocean out of everything.
Yeah. Releasing a disease in the game right before a global pandemic was not a great look.
It was the first time we showed Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet to an audience. I've never seen it with more than 6 or 7 people in a room. And so I wanted to make sure that we gave them an opportunity to hopefully recognize that this is a giant love letter to them, to the industry itself.
I was a little nervous, I gotta be honest. I thought it was gonna be a little cringy, but it was fantastic.
I thought there was a lot of truth and in the humor.
It's about time that we had a show about our industry.
You could tell when the audience was laughing, when they really hit something that felt like the game industry.
I think it's brilliant.
All right, so if you have not yet seen it, the first season of Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet is available right now on Apple TV+, and a full version of this making of will be coming out over the next few days. All right, now it is time to fasten your seatbelts and start your engines as we head out to Lyon, France to visit our team at Ubisoft Ivory Tower to get an update on The Crew 2.
Damn it. You guys are killing me here. You guys are killing me here.
Welcome to the Crew 2 at Ubisoft
I just want my breakpoint
My name is
info.
James Reed.
That's all I
I'm a
want.
community developer here at
Oh,
Ivory
wow.
Tower, and I'll be your host for this quick glimpse into all the exciting things we have going on over the next few weeks. It's been 2 years already since launch, with 6 major
Yeah.
updates and hundreds of vehicles under our belt. And our latest update...
Watch you on
Summer in
TV and
Hollywood,
chat. Sorry, delays,
only went
whatever.
live
Yeah,
a
no
few
problem.
days ago. Let's have a look.
F the other 15 blurbs I got for Ubi. Oh, you were once Sergeant Nick Fury? I didn't know that. Thanks for watching then. Cool. And yeah, Ubisoft server is apparently broken. No one can log in, so that's great. Top-notch servers. I got 3%. What? What the? Oh no. I don't know what happened there. Come on. Oops. So yeah, I guess you guys got a glimpse of some of my suggested videos.
There have been a few speed bumps.
I don't know what happened there, but whatever.
2 years, you, the community, have made the Crew 2 a motorsports playground where all players are welcome and where anything is possible. So thank you to the Crew social, exchange, Discord, Reddit, and all of our players.
Oh, okay. My
got a
bad.
little something for
Now
you
you're an
to
avid
show
watcher
our
of Sergeant Fury.
It's the 67 Volkswagen Beetle. So let's see what kind of Hollywood twist you can put on it.
So does he like stream on Twitch or whatever? Because I haven't seen him much on
Over summer,
YouTube.
so keep your eyes peeled. Starting with this.
Like he's made videos on occasion. I think he made a video about the AI teammate teaser. I didn't watch it though. At least not yet. Year 3, wow. Didn't realize the Crew 2 was out that long.
In case you missed it, make sure to boot up the game right now to unlock the amazing 69 Volkswagen Beetle that was just shown in the video, and stay tuned in the near future for more info about Year 3 of the Crew 2. Our next video is from our second indie guest, Bossa Studios, who will be injecting a delirious dose of fun with Surgeon Simulator 2. Enjoy!
It's gonna be the last thing with Breakpoint. Where's your masks?
Studios, and I'm a senior game designer.
Your surgeons. Where are your damn masks?
Also, we're always keen to share game development knowledge, and Ubisoft has been a fantastic partner in this.
Wow.
They deliver lectures on procedural.
Oh yeah, that's great.
development
Just
and
chop a
player
guy's head
science.
off, and then stick several heads
And
back on. That
we
makes.
shared with them the ideation processes that we use to develop initial ideas into living, breathing games.
I don't think that's how
Bringing
surgery
in
works,
Simulator
guy.
2. We've really doubled down on the physics-based pandemonium that the series is notorious for. And we've pretty much expanded on every other aspect of the game as well. So this time around, you're no longer just a floating...
Breakpoint broke it, lol. The
operating
Division
table.
2,
You're actually a full
but started the
first-person
Wildlands
surgeon
before it was a
with an
daily
entire medical
23-day
facility to explore.
refresher for 70+ weeks. Yeah, he
And in addition to
streamed
the
that
levels
like
that you'll
every day.
find
It was
in
a little
story mode,
ridiculous.
You'll now be able to create your own unique levels and experiences.
I mean, I
using
did that
Fossil
for a
Labs
little bit.
creation It's really easy to
with
use
the daily
intuitive
chow.
set of tools that allows players to create
Let me
either on their own or
shut
in
this
online
off for a
multiplayer
sec.
with up to 3.
Yeah, I did those. I live streamed the daily challenges like a little bit, but after a while it just got repetitive, so I stopped doing that. This was before I actually had a good microphone, so it wasn't that great anyway, so it wasn't really worth watching too much. Yeah, let me turn the sound back on.
This is before the game is even released. So we absolutely cannot wait to see what players create when we launch the game this coming August. And in fact, if you pre-order Surgeon Simulator 2, you can receive exclusive closed beta access.
So for those of you who are just joining us, you are watching the pre-show, and Ubisoft Forward will start once the countdown on your screen reaches 0. And make sure you log into Uplay to unlock rewards as you watch the main event. But now, our next segment is about an Easter egg in the Division 2. So let's
Okay.
go behind the scenes with
Definitely
going to
be the last one.
Studio in Malmo, Sweden, to find out more.
Running through collapsed buildings, climbing over fallen debris, and encountering makeshift living spaces is common for players of the Division 2. Within its post-pandemic environment, many players have spotted something a bit more unusual, which has left them asking, what's up with all of these rubber ducks?
What the fuck?
So there's a thing in programming especially where you talk to a rubber duck, and it's a way to solve your problems. If you talk to a rubber duck and you just say things out loud, it helps. One of our artists decided to take this to another level, and he used the rubber duck scaled up to like a ginormous scale and put it in the level just to remind him to do something, and it sat there for a while, and the rest of us kind of really loved this giant rubber duck sitting there for so long. We decided to put little memorials to it across the world. What started off as little memorials, and then we started adding stories to them. So there's one where these two ducks are sitting on a bench having a date together, and there's another one somewhere where he's sitting with an umbrella hiding from the rain. The idea of the ducks is similar to the rest of our storytelling, where we're trying to add some hope into the world, because you're coming in as a Division agent to try and save what you can and rebuild, but you need to know there's something there to save. So having bits of happiness lets you know like it's still worth saving for these little happy moments.
One shrine in particular became a beloved fan favorite, showing up multiple times across YouTube and Reddit.
So, Karen, how was your day?
Well, Luke, it's been productive. So the origin story of productive, one of our level designers made an amazing pun one day, and we decided to make a graffiti out of it and put it in the game, and it became like a duck shrine, and players started finding it and wondering where it came from.
We've been finding these rubber duckies all over
Yep,
the
that's
map.
how you
It says
popped
here on
up
the
my
wall,
recommended listening
in
to you,
graffiti,
Basie,
productive.
G-Money.
And there's
Yeah, G-Money
a
kind
large
of
rubber
is
ducky
kind of more like discusses
bigger than all
games
the
and
other
stuff
ones
like
we've
that.
found. And he's got bottles of booze all around him. Not only that, but he has a couple soldier duckies guarding a parrot in a cage. But there's more just like this in the Division 2.
What's really great about our community is they come together. They find a common thing that they want to develop or find or get unlocked, and they just put time and effort into it.
We don't put them in easy to find places. So that means players are genuinely, hopefully enjoying just exploring the environment and finding all these little Easter eggs we've hidden around. And also not the Easter eggs, just the main part of the game and all the storytelling we put into it. I haven't found all of them. I don't know exactly how many there are, but they haven't found all of the ducks yet.
Encouraged by the community's response to the ducks, developers recently hid another secret in the game and made it the focal point of an all-new community challenge.
We actually put Tommy the Teddy Bear into the game. So Tommy the Teddy Bear is a trauma teddy mentioned in a lot of lore, but the bear itself actually was not in the game. With episode 3, we put a bunch of them into the world, actually opened up an Easter egg hunt for him specifically.
It's a nice little exciting moment when you kind of open Reddit and you see someone's found the thing that you kind of just snuck in under the radar and no one really knows about it. And some of the players are really clever. There's some hard Easter eggs that some of the level
Not sure what
designers
Born
and
2
gameplay
is.
designers have put in. And people have managed to solve it with no help whatsoever. Gamers are smart.
So now that you know, be on the lookout for both the ducks and teddy bears next time you boot up the Division 2. We now have our final indie guest, Thunder Lotus Games, who were the 2017 winner of the indie
Fucking
series
called
placed
it.
in Montreal.
Called
Let's
it.
find out
Breakpoints
more about
last.
the beautiful coziness of Spirit
Of
Fair
course.
in this next video.
Hey everybody, I'm Rodrigue, marketeer at Thunder Lotus. We're an indie studio based out of Montreal, Canada, and makers of the games Jotun, Sundered, and our new game Spirit Fair, which is due out later this year. For the past 6 years, we've tried to make AAA quality games with a hand-drawn indie heart. Hitting a quality standard consistently in game dev is a huge challenge. There's so much trial and error on the path, and during the Sundered production, we were lucky enough to have the Ubisoft Entrepreneurs Program in our corner to help us reach our goals. As co-winners of the Ubisoft Indie Series in 2017, we received not only generous funding, but also crucial mentorship and access to the Ubisoft testing facilities. So we're grateful to Ubisoft for their support and helping us make what would become our biggest success to date. We've taken that experience with us onto what is our most ambitious production yet, and that's Spirit Fair.
Yeah,
which we're calling
I don't
a
get
cozy management game.
I mean, it's kind of a bad thing.
Spirit Fair
It would be a
uses
bad
Stella,
PR
the
thing to
newly
like talk
appointed
about
fairy
glitches
master
during
to
your
the
pre-show,
And as
so
Stella, you're gonna
I kind of
boat,
get
you
it.
can explore the world in search of
But
spirit passengers,
definitely
seeking passage
need to
the
focus on
afterlife.
polishing
You're
up
gonna spend
games.
relaxing quality
Although
time
honestly,
with them, you're
Breakpoint hasn't
gonna
been
create
that
lasting
glitchy
memories,
for me,
but ultimately,
truth be
you're
told.
gonna have to learn how to say goodbye.
I can usually connect, like I've only had connection issues maybe like 3 times throughout the whole life cycle of the game. So
to share it
I
with
don't
the
know.
world later this year. So
I mean, Wildlands and Breakpoint weren't that glitchy for me. Like, I still get the occasional glitch, but it's not super often.
And cheers.
Alright. Give me the Breakpoint. Come on.
It's time for an update on our favorite motorcycle platformer with
Goddamn.
insanity, pain, and triumph we all know and we all love. Trials Rising came out last year,
Come
but
on.
the team from our Red Link studio in Helsinki has a little
Literally the
surprise
last
game for the
frickin'
fans of the
thing.
franchise. So let's take a look.
Oh, okay.
Hi, we're here today to introduce you to an exciting new endurance challenge coming to Trials Rising. But to make sure that we respect social distancing guidelines, Auntie and I decided
Fire the goose now!
What? Fire the goose?
Fire! Okay!
What?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome back to the Gigatrack.
Oof.
From a remake of the classic track from
Can we
Trials
get
Evolution,
an
this
F
is
in the
an
chat
all-new journey
for
into
that
the
man?
world of Trials Rising. And by far the
Freaking
longest
slammed
track
his
we've
head
ever
into a
put
rock.
Trials.
Did you tell him it's the longest track ever? Yeah, I'm telling them that.
By far the longest track we've ever put in a Trials game. The Gigatrack will take you across many different environments, from the iconic...
Okay, this joke is running its course. Can you stop?
Maybe you want to tell them.
The Gigatrack is like life. It starts and it ends and it's long. Depends how you enjoy it. And also one secret thing. 4 tells transfer to 1.
Prepare for the ultimate test of Trials endurance. Gigatrack releases this Thursday, July 16th for the low price of...
Did you tell them it's free?
You heard that right, riders. Gigatrack will be available for free to all Trials Rising players when it releases this Thursday.
Okay, can we get Breakpoint, please?
You heard that right, the Gigatrack is coming to the game and it will be the longest, most insane track in Trials history and it will be free for all Trials Rising players. Now for our last game update, the Ghost Recon Breakpoint team is ready to share some
You're in
details on
rainy
their
weather
upcoming
and I'm in
updates.
your session.
AI teammates are coming to the game. Let's have a look at the trailer.
Huh. Weird. Oh, Breakpoint!
Time has come. AI teammates are back in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And for all solo players, they're gonna be a game changer. Available at any point after you have reached Erewhon for the first time, Fury, Fix-It, and Vasily can be activated or dismissed at will. And from the beginning, you will be able to fully customize them. This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear, equipment, or even full costumes. Your teammates can be tweaked just as much as your main character. Just like Nomad, your teammates will adapt and react to the world of Aroa and its environments, and they will always follow your own behavior. If you decide to go stealth, they will equip silencers and crouch, or go prone when possible. But if you decide to go loud and open fire, they will stick by your side. When deployed, you can issue different orders to your teammates through the order wheel. There are 4 different orders you can give to your teammates.
Wildlands.
You can tell them to regroup on your location, to hold their current position, to go to a specific location, and to open fire on nearby enemies. These orders can be given at any time, even through your binoculars and drone. Once they approach potential threats, the teammates will notify you and mark them automatically.
Got a hostile.
With a good look at your enemies, you will be able to set up a sync shot where each of your teammates picks a target. You
Okay.
can even link it to your 3 sync shot drones for a simultaneous 7-target takedown. The teammates have weapons equipped at all times, a versatile assault rifle to accommodate all situations, and a primary weapon that you will be able to fine-tune. Indeed, apart from mark upgrades and passive bonuses, the full gunsmith is accessible to your teammates.
Nice.
And their weapon of choice will have a direct effect on the battleground. Depending on the type of weapon they have
Customized
equipped,
weapons.
the teammates will adapt their engagement distance and rate of fire.
Nice.
The close distance
I like
shotgun
this.
wielding all the way to long-distance sniper shots. Of course, if you get taken down, your teammates' priority will be to try and rescue you. To achieve that, they will first focus their fire on the surrounding enemies before getting to you.
Like
And they will
Wildlands.
expect the same from you, especially as you will be able to carry them to safety if the situation requires it. Finally, the teammates will also be your best allies in any vehicle, especially on the road and during high-stake pursuits.
I hope they're better in
Teammates will
Wildlands.
be available for all solo Ghost
Because they
Recon
kind of
Breakpoint
suck
players
in Wildlands.
on
They
July 15th,
don't have good accuracy.
And we cannot wait to see your reactions. We'll see you on the battlefield, Ghosts.
Okay, please tell me we're getting an event preview, please.
Hey Ghosts, I'm Grace
okay.
from the Ghost Recon team. As you've just seen, the AI teammates are finally landing in Ghost Recon Breakpoint with our next major update on July 15th. Alongside the AI teammates, this update comes with a ton of new content, including a gunsmith upgrade, new PvP content, quality of life updates, and more. You will be able to try it all during our next free weekend from July 16th to July 20th. But that's not all. We've got one last thing to show you.
Yes!
Enjoy, and we'll see you on Aroa, Ghost.
Live event.
To anyone listening, this is Haruhi speaking for the Outcasts. We stand against Sentinel's illegal occupation of Aroa. We call on all of Aroa to join us. Separated, Sentinel wins. But united, we cannot be defeated.
Whoa. Hell yeah! Live event! It's coming too.
And now our very final video for this pre-show is another episode of our wow moments comparing the craziest and coolest clips from you, our players.
Yeah, it's a little kind of... Okay. Alright. Let's mute this for a bit. So, okay, so... Yeah, it took an entire game to get weapon customization, but hey, at least we got it. So, that's going to be cool. I am looking forward to messing around with that. That's going to be awesome. What else we got here? Spec Ops 2 on PS4 was so enhanced. Not sure what that is. Should I buy Ghost Recon Breakpoint because I like Wildlands? So, depends. Immersive mode brings it kind of to like Wildlands, but like a little bit more hardcore. You can like adjust settings and stuff like that. Let's see. It's really going to come down to if you like or dislike drones in the game. If you don't like drones in the game, fighting drones, then you're not going to like Breakpoint. But yeah, pretty much. Okay, so live event is Resistance, so we're going to be working with the Outcast Rebels, so that'll be pretty neat. So it's not like a more fantastical thing like the Terminator event or Predator and Wildlands. It's going to be more grounded in the real world, so that's going to be fun. Look forward to playing that. So, yeah. That'll be cool, and I think I'm trying to remember. I think it was July 16th that it said it was coming out. Okay, they're working to resolve the Ubisoft issue. AI teammates won't... Oh, did I just... Okay, I think I screwed something up here. Let me... Yeah, I hit a button on my mouse and it reloaded the thing, but... What the... Whoa, you just killed them with an Asriel? Wow. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, the Resistance event's coming out, so that's gonna be fun. I will definitely live stream that. And yeah, most likely gonna get new customization stuff along with that if the Terminator event was any indication. So yeah, okay. So Ubisoft Forward. Now we're gonna get to the new games.
Spread the joy and submit them on the link displayed on your screen right now. All right, guys, it is time for us to wrap up this pre-show.
Don't forget to stay tuned for our post-show featuring a deep dive into the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Thanks a lot for watching this pre-show and enjoy Ubisoft Forward.
Let's do it.
This is Ubisoft. This is Ubisoft Forward. Explore our worlds.
Meet the devs. See the games.
Join us.
Hi everyone, I'm Neelam Kumar and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Magid. Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
I'm Yusuf, but there's no time to waste. So let's head straight for the streets of futuristic London and see what the hackers of DedSec are getting into.
Yep, let's do it. Have the A train run him over.
Paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal suspected to have links with the terrorist group DedSec is marked as Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out, because I was not a foreigner. Then, they came for the protesters, and I did not speak out, because I was not a protester. Then they came for the journalists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a journalist. And then they came for street artists, but I did not speak out, because I am not a street artist.
Oof. Oh. Good landing. Touch unrealistic, but whatever. Ooh.
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
See, this is why you wear a mask. So that way you defeat facial recognition techniques, technology. At least hopefully.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked. Hundreds of heavily armed Albion.
Well, well, well. Welcome to the Resistance. Here's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal.
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents...
I'm Clint Hawking.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watchdogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watchdogs Legion and looks at the game and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
Like the film, Watchdogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change. You can literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you, you help them with their problem, you play their origin mission.
Just help me get some closure and I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
And that's how you recruit them into your team. And then they become the heroes of the game and the stars of your story.
And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion?
I'm tickled, but think more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You're done.
And they make the story not only, unique to them, but unique to you as the player and personal to you because they're, heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
There we go.
Our London town. A modern metropolis. Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Oh my God. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion. He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
He will stop at nothing to permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city. Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her feathers. With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team. Like him. Her. Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret weapon. In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes. Mikey! Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy. He can even call his own cargo drone. Perfect for gate crashing, when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
Come here, you soidoid shitboy. Jesus Christ, what is that thing?
It's a drone,
Perhaps you
dumbass.
could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered. Amy is a drone expert.
What have we here?
A real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an adorable creepy crawler.
Here we are. Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and stealthy.
She aimed, she fired, she hit.
I'm reading incoming drones.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor. And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done. Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious and she'll probably wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
Ooh, that's lovely.
Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
That's good. The buyers expect high quality stuff.
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey. The man lives for his team.
That put another hair on my chest.
And doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He does have a slight drinking problem, though.
What?
And he's passed out. Ah, we'll come back to him. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional. It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
Nice. Yeah, true.
Some might even call him an artist.
They put John Wick in the game.
Here's the bastard responsible. Done and dusted.
Yup.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero. So get out there, find the best recruits, and build your resistance. It's time to take back London.
October 29th, so that's when it's coming out for all you want.
Plunging the player
Watchdogs.
into a living, breathing city, teeming with unique locales and characters, has always been a
this
central
notification?
pillar of the Watchdogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's Amanda Munt to tell us more.
My name's Amanda Munt.
I'm a level artist on Watchdogs Legion at Ubisoft Toronto.
Yeah, some might even call him John Wick.
Being
they
a
added
level artist, I think,
they
is the
added him
coolest
to the
job
game.
in
That's
video games
that's
because
awesome.
We do get the freedom to kind of like pick and choose what little details we want to depict, and we get ample opportunities to tell the stories that we want to tell in the spaces that we're assigned to. I have the capacity to hide things and, you know, like small little Easter eggs. In AC Unity,
All right, I'm gonna be
there
right
was a
back,
boat
guys. Give
somewhere
me
in
a
the world
sec.
that was covered in cats. And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2, and there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity. So I was fortunate enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London, so no matter where I dropped them in the city, they'd go, "Oh my God, this feels like Camden. This, you know, this feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster." When people are talking about some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds these worlds with care. I love it.
And now some news for Brawlhalla fans. In just a few weeks, you'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
And now, whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
Alright, I'm back. Might and Magic EOC. I actually do remember the Might and Magic games. Let me lower the volume for a sec so I can talk a little bit easier. Hopefully that... Oh, that just muted it. But yeah, I remember the Might and Magic games. I played 6, 7, and 8 when I was a little kid. They were neat games. It was weird because it's fantasy with a slight sci-fi twist to it, which was pretty interesting. We're back at Ubisoft, so what the? Oh, this is their mobile game. Sueño. Why Sueño is in that building, I don't know.
Contact! Montaigne is down. Request air support. Target northeast rooftop.
Roger. Inbound. Danger close.
Nice.
EMP deployed now.
EMP imminent.
Is that supposed to be Sam Fisher?
Get back in your cell!
Wait, are we busting him out? Ah, you gotta be kidding me.
Hey, take this.
Don't make me regret this.
That's dumb. Pre-order for 1911. Lovely.
Speaking of Tom Clancy, it's been 5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the community has never been stronger. In celebration of this milestone, Ubisoft Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players and developers that have helped Siege become the game it is today.
That was not Sam Fisher. Yeah, it just looked like him.
2015,
I mean, obviously it was a Michael Ironside, but
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
A game
That's
built on
a
a
weird
strong
game.
vision,
The mobile game.
creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
Like, I think Nomad's supposed to be in there as well.
C'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
I got it! This is such a special moment, and being at 1 year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, more players today than we had in the past, it means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
Health that touches upon subjects like matchmaking, connectivity, all those aspects are absolutely critical to the experience of the player.
Through it all, we're always driven by you, our community. And together, we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time.
Look at this.
What's up, Foxhound?
Tous les succès,
Hope you're doing well.
de
I know I am.
que de vous. Ce jeu,
Yeah, I threw up a little bit when I heard that.
qu'il est le nôtre, nous, l'équipe.
That's all the spoilers that we get
Now
today. I'll be
60
checked.
million players
Yeah,
strong,
I
we're
don't.
just getting started.
I mean, considering there was no leak, like Far Cry 6 got leaked, and there's no leak for Splinter Cell. I'm not expecting much for that. They really do need to make one though, while Michael Ironside's still alive. You know, like it would be really shitty if he like came down with the COVID, for example, and then died, and then no more Splinter
If you
Cell.
haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available
That would
now,
suck.
and take Ace and Malusi out for a spin.
A few days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the hyperscape.
Ooh, you got wrecked.
A hack in the hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started to come true. We made some good decisions. We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions. So, here we are. 10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities. But the people at Prisma changed everything. They gave everyone a way out. The hyperscape. In the hyperscape, the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone. you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt. Users disappearing from the real world. A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape. And we have to find it. Some of us are searching for a way up. Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the Hyperscape.
It looks interesting. I'm not too much of a multiplayer. I don't really do multiplayer games a whole lot, so I don't know if we'll get it or not, but it looks interesting.
For me, what's
yeah, they already showed Ghost Recon Breakpoint in the pre-show.
Adding ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker. One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia. Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's more opportunities to get cool items, but also more players, so it's a risk-reward kind of deal. We introduced the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself, you can wrap yourself into a ball and bounce around the battlefield. So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with. And finally, it's made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels through the Twitch extension. So every few minutes, there's going to be a vote.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Apex or anything like that,
effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that is happening. So for me, it's really exciting because right now, as we speak, we're launching the open beta, and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech tests.
Yeah, if you guys want me to be in that open beta and stream some gameplay, let me know. I'd give it a try, at the very least.
Watch and learn how it's done. Perfecto.
Showtime.
Mine. Let's show them what I'm made of.
Yeah, not my style game. Yeah. Yes, let's go. I've been waiting since launch. I assume for the AI teammates controls. I'm really looking forward to customizing weapons on them because that's going to be cool.
Here we go.
Because that's something I've always wanted to do with Ghost Recon Wildlands, have like matching weapons and camo on them. And we're getting it in Breakpoint, so that's going to be cool. Oh, it's available now. I did not know that. Oh, open beta July. Oh yeah, it's open today. Yeah, so let me know if you'd like to try it.
The digital world of the Hyperscape gave our artists and developers incredible freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Ana Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
My name is Ana Maria Musca. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits, different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them in game, you understand what their motivations are and what drives them and what challenges them. This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this type of outfit? Would this person enjoy the type of tattoos that we're putting on them? Will they actually like to be in this body? Each season, we plan to produce new outfits for these characters. So we're hoping some of our players are gonna see the effort and maybe even correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game. We're very excited to see it in people's hands.
As we move into the next generation of gaming, Ubisoft has been working closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Hey everyone, Phil Spencer from Xbox. With Watchdogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before. Ubisoft has a unique ability to create immersive worlds, setting a new bar that continues to drive our industry forward.
At least in terms of like how good the games look.
Of Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
So here you go, Valhalla for the guys who want
more about this game since it was announced back in April.
Yes, I will do a video about AI teammates.
Vikings.
My name is Julien Laferrière.
I'll do like an initial impressions. I think what I'll do is I'll do a initial video on just how to do stuff with them, like the customization and stuff like that, and then I'll review them a little bit later to just give my impressions on them after having played it for a couple of days.
Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle, and so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths.
Yes, that's going to be definitely one of the things coming. Also plan on reviewing some of the new attachments that are coming out in the game, like the optics, the muzzle devices, and
to really experience what it meant
maybe a mission guide. Depending on what we get with the live event, maybe a mission guide. I don't know, because people generally... I generally don't get good views on mission guides except for the Walker mission, because that a lot of people have trouble with. So, but apart from that, I didn't get a bunch of support for mission guides, so probably not a mission guide. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Why are people mentioning CD Projekt Red? This is Ubisoft. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077 as much as the next guy.
Personal adventure, you know.
I don't know.
The story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game. They will have to leave Norway to settle in England because you just can't live in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure, no resources available. Obviously, in England, it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper. Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shields!
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system, to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face-to-face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine coming from the Vikings. We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game we've all been working on. So please enjoy this deep dive into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Let's take a look.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England. You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal, to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches. As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle. Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you pillage may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game. Every archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks, while others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors. To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand. Take the fight to your foes with a host of brutal new combat abilities. Snare them with a Viking harpoon. Pummel them with throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance, or finish them off. Dual wield any two weapons you wish to unleash a deadly combination of attacks.
So this looks like the loot system from Odyssey, which is a little disappointing.
Customize your fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary.
All right, so Ubisoft will be giving out Watchdogs 2 if you're unable to log in successfully.
All combinations of weapons are
so
available to dual wield,
for everyone who wanted Watchdogs 2 for free, we'll get it. They're working on it, etc.
Not all situations call for violence.
Really quick, let's all except this is a fantastic.
Must find a way
the attire's wrong. Some of the weapons are wrong as well.
As Eivor is not welcome in England,
I'll have to take your word for it because I don't really know much about the Vikings. So
in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds and slip past watchful eyes, an unseen hunter among the people. From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure. Hunt and forage to replenish your health and fortify your equipment. Search pagan temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement. The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
Ravens, show no mercy!
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will push back. In a series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Today, we will reclaim her. Today, we fight for your land. And tomorrow, we rebuild.
For East Anglia.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and England's pagan roots. It will challenge and surprise, with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses, giving you the chance to live your own Viking saga.
I mean, this looks cool and all, but not sure how this is related to, like, the Assassins. So, I don't know.
9th century England is truly unlike anything the franchise has seen before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will release this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
We're close to wrapping up today, but before we go, our CEO, Yves Guillemot, is here to share a few words.
What about Far Cry 6?
I hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today, and that you will love playing these games. I'm proud of our teams for delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come. So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
Probably Far Cry 6. Yep. Giancarlo Esposito. I hope I pronounced the name correctly.
Fuerzas ultrapenetrantes, estamos cansados de los farsantes, de
It's beautiful, Miguel. Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa,
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Breathe, Diego. Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me. Now.
Yeah, you don't screw with Gus.
I am El Presidente, which means that someday you will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong. They will answer you with screams, call you evil, a monster, and give you this. So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster? Because our country is like this grenade, except it has two basic parts. Our people and you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom. You understand now? Prove it.
Well. Well then. Oh boy.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward.
Oh, bump that a bit.
Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's
Yes,
Creed.
it looks like no Splinter
The
Cell,
birth of a
which
resistance
honestly
in
I wasn't
Watchdogs
expecting
Legion.
a new Splinter Cell, but
The cyber chaos of Hyperscape.
we need one.
And the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled
Okay.
with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, there's another preview. Oh, that's Assassin's Creed Valhalla again. Yeah, so yeah, that was easily the best trailer
Hey
of
everyone,
Ubisoft
welcome to
Forward
the
for
Ubisoft
Far Cry
Forward
6.
Post Show. My name is Yusuf Magid, and this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're going to take a deep dive into about 30 minutes of gameplay, and we're joined
Okay.
by a very special guest here.
Hey everyone, this is Philippe Bergeron, otherwise known
I'm
as
gonna
Fizz.
turn the
I
sound
am
down a
the
bit because I
quest
did want to
director
talk
on
about
Assassin's Creed.
the fact that they brought Gus from Breaking Bad into this game. So does that worry you guys a little bit? Because you know, with Breakpoint they got John Bernthal in, and that game didn't do too well. And a lot of games that implement celebrities don't seem to do too terribly well. I presume because they're more of their budgets focused on paying them than putting resources into the game. So does this worry you at all? Because I mean, after Breakpoint, it kind of worries me like a little bit, like how good is the game going to be? But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Because I mean, that was a really good trailer, but so was the one for Breakpoint. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on it. If it's just me being paranoid or you're concerned as well. It's probably just me being paranoid.
revenge, but also accomplishing
Yep,
your
well, you're all loving the Far Cry 6 trailer, so that's good, that's good.
Can you tell us a little bit about the changes to combat?
So,
we wanted to basically add a lot of new mechanics to it. So we added like some dual wielding for the player.
yeah, so rewards are coming to all of us, even if you weren't able to log in, so that's good.
This day and age, so it sort of fits into that the time and the character.
Oswald, he lives.
Yeah, not for long.
Eivor, is that you? Shut your ass, twig spine.
Here, Eivor has taken her entire army through the assault, and finally, it's revealed that our Elderman, our ally, Oswald, is still alive, and Rued has him captive.
So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? Two Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson? If this swine is your prize, come and get him.
So now that we've seen that Oswald is alive, we have Rued within our sights.
Yeah, I have no idea who Oswald is, so whatever. Yeah, but this looks a lot like Odyssey, I think. I mean, I've only watched Odyssey on YouTube, I haven't actually played it, so I could be wrong, but... I have a feeling that if an actor of that man's caliber would not have been in the game if it was not good. Okay. Yeah, it's reasonable.
We tend to always have to support a 360-degree approach in these things. So the player could have approached this a little bit more stealthy and gotten at least like a good critical hit on either Rued or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more strategically if that's your playstyle.
So we're not only fighting Rued here, but also his pet wolf, right?
Yep, the wolf just iced it.
Just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now Rued will have extra abilities that come into play if you do eliminate his wolf, but I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for a good strategy in the whole.
For all your efforts, only the cold dark of Niflheim awaits you.
Valhalla is my destiny. That fate will not be met today.
Yeah, I don't know, you're kind of getting your ass kicked.
Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this, than all of them.
Do not drag me down to the sewage you wallow in.
Just again fight tooth and nail for a Saxon. You throw in with these wastrels, these arrogant swine.
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly.
Alright, so we've defeated Rued, we've freed Oswald. What comes next?
Oswald, in this case, prefers for Rued to be kept alive, and so you basically have to choose: are you going to go against his wishes or stay true to your nature?
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit, because we just did this big, grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone. She clearly had to recruit some folks along the way, get some troops, get some allies. So let's actually rewind and see how we went about first gathering those troops.
Well, the scripts at least, yeah.
When coming up to an assault, it's a game of numbers. Eivor can go into pretty much any location and be stealth fighting, eliminating some of the assets, which ultimately would be a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some of the ingredients or of the assets there that will have been sabotaged, but you still need an army. So here what we're seeing is Eivor going around the countryside and raising what we call a fyrd, which is the men and the women of the territory who come up and fight in the name of a king. So here Eivor is going around and trying to convince people to fight in the name of Oswald to finally take down the oppressor that is Rued.
Defending East Anglia, defending you. Will you not do the same?
What? Die in defense of a lost cause?
Yeah, so she's really using like the image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people in his name. She's going to recruit these people.
Pretty words, Dane. But the men of Theovard have their own battles to fight.
So we're told by this Reeve that there are troops, there are allies that he could add to our cause. but first we sort of need to do him a favor. Is that right?
Yeah, so obviously these people have been run down by Rued and the impact he's had on the territory, so I think a lot of these people have sort of lost hope. And so you need to show them that there is hope. And so here Eivor is basically helping them take back one of their prized locations by taking a couple men and raiding a nearby township, basically taking it back for the people and showing that there's a reason to continue fighting and then get them on your side.
Oof. That guard did not do too well. Considering he didn't start shooting right out of the gate when the horn was blown. Oof.
When Eivor does this, obviously you have access to a full suite of abilities. So again, the improvements that we've done to the fight system. You have some brutal axe throwing in there. You have archery or like range combat abilities in there as well. So really, again, like depending on what your playstyle is, you can customize your loadout and go in there how you wish.
Fizz, we just saw this giant pulse go out. What exactly was that?
So that is what we call the Odin sight. The Odin sight is basically our interpretation of the Eagle Vision from previous games, and we thought it was good to sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition. It's how she perceives the world. When the player uses that, it'll highlight basically interactive objects, like things that will bring her an advantage. So we'll have arrows, like health consumables that are in there. So it really is like a good way of sort of understanding the world and showing you like things that you can go and touch.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things we can touch, we just picked up this awesome new weapon.
It's something we wanted to play with on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where we have fewer weapons in the game, but you can invest in them more, so they become your weapon. And so depending on what your preferred playstyle is or your preferred weapon type, then you can go and choose, I'm gonna fight with this weapon and invest heavily into that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but we see something here called the Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
They unlock skills for the players. So here you can see the Valkyrie dive that has just been unlocked. We have these spread out throughout the world, so again, to promote exploration and discovery. As you travel through the world and you explore locations, you can find these books that will add...
Holy crap, look at the dislikes. It's like 28k dislikes and 22k... No, 28k likes and 22k dislikes. Actually, that may be old, so let's go click it and see what happens. Oh, nothing more. Just didn't quite update, but... Damn.
And figure out what we want to do.
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
Compassion is a virtue suited for anyone, Eivor, including you. Thank you.
Eivor decided to let him live. Rued is really angry about that. Being a Norse Viking, being put to the death in battle is your road to Valhalla, so he was basically denied access to Valhalla in this situation. Obviously, all of these decisions come into play later on in the game, so we have very difficult decisions for the player to make. We didn't want to have easy decisions.
Yeah, you know, when I was playing, I decided to listen to Oswald and spare Rued's life, but what exactly is the relationship like between Eivor and Oswald?
So the relationship between Eivor and Oswald is an alliance. It's basically Eivor is surrounded by territories that initially getting into England are hostile towards her, and obviously if you want to set up a new settlement, you want to make sure that your neighbor is friendly. So here in East Anglia, Oswald is the man for the job, where putting him into a position of power would help her sort of secure her territory. So earlier on to the territory, Eivor comes in here, meets Oswald. The problems he had with Rued are sort of put to light, and going through the arc, you basically help him deal with Rued and aligning basically Danes with Saxons in one territory.
So, Fizz, we've completed the assault. We've gotten our hands dirty with some combat, taken down Rued. we have this big open region of East Anglia, so before we head off to Oswald's wedding, what do you say we head out, have some fun, and see what we can get into in the open world?
That sounds great.
So we see a cat here with a speech bubble above it, and you best believe if you let me talk to a cat, I'm gonna talk to a cat.
Yeah, these are some of our some of my favorite moments actually in the game, where we put out a whole bunch of events throughout the territory, and it sort of rewards again exploration, going around. It's a chance for us also to sort of showcase a different side of Eivor. A lot of the quests sort of deal more with like politics and warfare, and this shows a slightly more human nature to her, so it permits us to explore that character a little bit more. And so here, basically, like you're trying to help a kid with his cat, and ultimately get that cat to sort of join your crew as a cat raider.
You just said cat raider way too casually. You're telling me I could have a cat Viking raider on my longship?
That's exactly.
Wow.
Oh my god, yes.
That's hilarious.
Perfect.
So yeah, as you're riding around the rivers of England, you would see a cat basically walking around your longship, keeping your Viking raiders company.
You know, speaking of the Viking Longship, we're seeing some of that gameplay here now. Can you talk a little bit about how that works and functions in Valhalla?
Yeah, so starting out on this project, I think the Viking Longship is one of the biggest images that we all have when we think about Vikings in our game. And so Vikings had this awesome design for Longship that had a very shallow hull, so it permitted them to go very far inland very quickly, and you could basically disembark Viking raiders like on pretty much any shore. We added that into the game where you can basically sail up to any location and then just decide to disembark with your guys and raid a location, loot all its treasure, get back in the ship, and then continue sailing down the river to your next opportunity.
So I know past Assassin's Creed games allowed for songs and things like that to be sung on ships. Will Valhalla have a similar version of that?
Yeah, so this is something we actually wanted the crew of your ship to become like your home away from home. So we added stories and songs into the ship. So basically, as the player is going around, you could decide to have your skull sort of sing a song for you as you row down the river. But you can also decide, depending on who the raiders are in your ship, to hear more about their life. So you can actually queue up stories, and they'll give you a little bit more background on who they are. So you get to know your sort of fighters as you're traveling around the world, which is a cool moment.
So here we're seeing a bit of a different view. What exactly are we looking at?
We had this on previous Assassins, where you would like ride on your horse and you could pull out, have the horse sort of follow the track. We have a similar thing for the ship where you can put up your sails. It's cruise control for the ship, so you can pull back, take in the scenery, listen to some songs or some stories, and just take it all in.
So, you know, speaking of Viking songs, we have an activity here that's not exactly singing, but kind of related, right?
Yeah, so here what we have is what we call flighting, which was an activity that most people partake in. They would like to have a battle of wits and sort of poetry, where insults would be thrown back and forth between each other. The idea was to try and have a good insult, but also to have a good rhythm and a good rhyme in there. So it's basically a precursor to rap battles.
Here's the silver. Now begin.
To all those whom I speak, they say Eivor's a clod.
Then you're speaking to fools and their knowledge is flawed.
Well,
how exactly do you go about being successful in one of these?
The trick behind a good flight was to choose the right insult, identifying the right cadence, and then trying to find what rhymed the best.
I'm known for my might.
Interesting. Silent whispers all claim that you're terribly dense.
Then you've clearly misheard them. My wit is immense.
Oh, you looked out with that one. Well, what a surprise. Eivor of the Raven clan is a true talent. I'm shocked.
Don't believe everything you hear, unless it touches on my flighting. Then heed every word.
Take the coin.
So now that we've proven our sharp tongue and wit, I think it's time for a bit more relaxing activity. So we're fishing here.
All right, so let me know if you guys want me to keep watching it, keep streaming this. Starting to get a little uninteresting, but you guys know. Basically, we covered all the details. Got some interesting games coming out. Breakpoint update coming out July 15th. And, yep, live event will be coming then. AI teammates, etc. So, yeah, look forward to that. That's going to be fun. Definitely plan on live streaming it. So, yeah, look forward to that. I think I'll do, like, a couple different ones a day. Just to make sure people can watch it. Whether they're in different time zones or at work or whatever. And, yeah.
Stuff that you can find throughout the world. Here, what you're seeing, though, is sort of like a fancy version of it, where as you do your offering, you get interrupted by some kids that basically come and steal your stuff. So it's just a way for us to sort of showcase that, like, the systems and the activities in the world can sort of play in with some quests and some little events. So it's our way to sort of dress up these moments and make it all fit inside the whole experience.
Yeah, this seemed like a really sort of unexpected turn for what I thought was going to be kind of a simple interaction.
Yeah, and it's really what we were trying to do with these events is to give another dimension to Eivor, other than just, you know, the pure rar Viking or the politician. Because you can imagine at some point that will grow old if you're always telling that version of the character. So it lets us really go into the depth of who is Eivor, what motivates her, how she can interact with the world outside of warfare and politics. And it also showcases like a different facet of the world at the same time. It's not only Eivor, so it just widens the breadth of the stories that we can tell.
So who exactly are these two children?
These are kids of East Anglia. They are going through tough times with whatever Rooted's been doing to the territory. And so they're just here trying to survive and basically exploit the people that are there to make offerings.
It was kind of nice to see that Eivor wasn't really necessarily upset at them for stealing, and, you know, after you talk to them, you have the choice of helping them. You can, you know, give them food, give them some money, or, you know, maybe just say, hey, good luck, on your way.
Yeah, and this is something.
Okay, so I'm just checking the Ghost Recon Twitter right now. So the live event is going to be July 16th through July 29th, so it's going to be a day after the update. How long is this? Because I think that's multiple weeks.
And again, it just gives sort of like a little bit more humanity in these moments.
Yeah, the 29th. So that's like almost 2 weeks. So that's a pretty decent event.
Here, large walker.
A necklace?
Yes, it's a St. Martin seal. You're welcome here anytime, large walker. You're one of us now. Visit us, okay?
I will. Take care now, small green walkers.
So I think AC veterans might recognize this here, but what exactly is Eivor chasing down?
Yeah, so here you're seeing Eivor running down one of our tattoo images. So this is challenging the player on free run abilities, but also for fans of the series, sort of pulling at their heartstrings for some beloved features.
So are we going to be able to tattoo Eivor?
Yes. By collecting these tattoos, you actually bring them back to your settlement, and then you can customize different body parts, having different tattoos everywhere. So again, another form of expression, and it's sort of to represent that Viking culture.
Fizz, one of my favorite things when I was just out there exploring East Anglia was coming upon a house or a building and realizing that there was a chest inside, but that there was no easy way in. And in this case, I saw all the doors were barred, but I knew that because there was a chest in there must have been some way to get inside.
Alright, I think I'm done with this. I think we all got the point.
I'm glad you actually caught on to that. Your
Yeah, so basically, we got some interesting games coming out. We have a Ghost Recon Breakpoint update coming out, and yeah, looks like it's going to be a decent update. So look forward to that. Definitely going to cover it. I will be doing a live stream for the AI teammates, and then live streams for the event. Yeah, I'll do live streams for the event. So yeah, look forward to that. More videos and events coming. So yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely done with this because I think we got the picture. So yep, hope you guys enjoyed this coverage of Ubisoft Forward. Hope you liked what you saw. And yeah, I will see you all soon. So thank you all for watching. I'm Penguin.